November 11th, 2014, we, a family of 5, grew into a family of 6 when we had our sweet little girl, Kaycie Paige. And at 6 weeks old is when she had a massive brain bleed, which led to a stroke.
It was take too long for an ambulance, so we actually loaded her up in the car and rushed to one of the children's medical center close by in Fort Worth.
She was rushed into an emergency brain surgery, which they did a craniotomy, which was removing the right side of her skull and to allow her brain to swell. And that time the doctor said, we just got to get her past the 48 hours and hope she survives.
She started having more pressure and more headaches and vomiting, and we didn't know what to do.
Several trips to the emergency room back home in Fort Worth, and not understanding why she was having these horrible headaches. So we brought her into Dell's, where they monitored her, and that's when we were admitted and met Dr. George and his team of doctors, and found out that she was having a malfunction, and just her brain was pushing up against the good part of her skull.
And then we just remember Dr. George coming in here at Dell's and just really took the time and examined her whole case and found that her shunt she needed a second shunt.
Dr. George is amazing. He's the reason why we moved all of her care up here from Fort Worth. His bedside manner is something that we have never experienced. Dr. George went over and explained things that we had never heard. Basically, her head didn't have room for her brain to grow, so Dr. George set up a plan with craniofacial that we were needing to expand her skull to make room.
And they put 3 expanders in. And with those expanders, we called them unicorn horns. We had to turn those twice a day to expand it. And the only way that we could ever expand her skull was we'd have to sing Happy Birthday. That was Kaycie's song. Very painful for Kaycie at the time. I think she was more scared.
So she has a sweet little bear that Child Life had given her during her distractor surgery.
Child Life is a very special team that really brings love and compassion to a child. It's very hard to tell a child on understanding of having to draw blood, or why they have to draw blood, why they have to get an IV.
Jordan had saw us in one of the playrooms and went out of her way to make this bear to be identical to Kaycie's sutures and her scars and her distractor. Even sewed in little distractors on the little bear's head, and she loves that thing.
Jordan was able to explain what these unicorn horns are, what these little drains are. That comfort, it seemed, a very small token, but huge on the heart, by having this little creation that was small, but a huge impact that was all brought through the Child Life Specialist.
We love this place, and it's so hard for us to leave. She's a trooper. She's never once complained. Trooper, every time we mention we're coming to Dell's, her first thing is, no owies, Mom. And today we got to come, and she said, I gotta go see my friend. And it was just shocking when she has had so many trauma-like experiences here, she still loves to come.
The passion, not just through Dr. George and his team, but the nurses, the ER doctors, Child Life Specialists. I mean, all that we felt home to this hospital, even though that we were 3 hours away.
What sets Dell Children's apart from all the hospitals that we've ever experienced is the hospitality.
If I had to explain in one word, it would be family.